So when you think about today's org chart, it is something we're all familiar with. It is, and something that is actually very comfortable. It's a series of columns and rows where an organization is broken down and organized and relatable by function. So we've got sales, we've got marketing, we've got HR, we've got IT, and all these other departments. And what it allows us to do as individuals, it allows us to dock into a sense of place, a sense of belonging. We can see ourselves on the org chart, usually a pretty little box on the org chart. And for those that are leading and managing the organization, it allows them to basically turn an organization into an algorithm, because all those little boxes is a sequence of tasks that need to be done by the humans within those boxes. And over time, organizations basically become this meta algorithm, so that if we put enough resources in at the top, dollars, people, knowledge, so on and so forth, we get certain outputs at the end. And all this, again, really aligns well with human nature, because as humans, we like certainty. We like deterministic outcomes because we don't like the chaos of uncertainty. We like novelty, but we don't like uncertainty. And that's a bit of a paradox, but humans are paradoxes. And I think the org chart is going away, because today's org chart is basically an algorithmically driven knowledge supply chain, where all of us who inhabit these increasingly smaller and smaller boxes on the org chart and do highly mechanistic work with the deterministic outcomes, that's basically, we've turned ourselves and our jobs into pre-algorithm. We've in fact become machine-like. So while most people are saying that they're worried about AI coming in and turning us into machines, over the last 50 years, we've increasingly turned ourselves into machines as we inhabit these algorithmically driven org charts and organizations. So AI is going to come in because it's better at doing the machine work. In many ways, we've almost been getting the seats warm for the machines to come in and do that work. And I, for one, who am an AI optimist, I encourage the machines to come in and take over that machine work, because that machine work isn't the work that nourishes us. It may pay us, but it doesn't nourish us as humans. It doesn't tap into what makes us innately human. Curiosity, creativity, connection, community, and the 7 C's of human labor, as I talk about. What's going to happen is that the AIs are going to come in, they're going to take over the machine work. And then for those of us who embrace this opportunity to go, yes, I'm going to outsource my machine work to AI, and that's going to free up a lot of time, and take advantage of that opportunity to then leverage AI as a thinking partner and a transformation partner to evolve our jobs, our careers, into the next set, the next generation of value we can create. I think ultimately what that leads to is an organization becoming less like a series of rows and columns and more like two clouds, a cloud of AI agents and a cloud of human talent, where we will self-organize around emerging opportunities and problems for that organization. And as we self-organize, we will be rooted in the mission of not doing mechanistic work. That will be for the AI agents, but rooted in the mission of applying our unique talents, our human talents, to produce the desired outcomes related to those problems and opportunities. So I think the future organization is going to look and feel and act much more like a startup accelerator or incubator, and feel much more entrepreneurial. And I think all of us, that's our opportunity, is to tap into our innate entrepreneurial capabilities as part of this organization of the future. How we go from here to there is not a straight line. This is not going to be something where we're going to have 10 steps that we work through that we know how to get from here to there. This is going to be messy. This is going to be a little bit chaotic, and I talk a lot about this. But that's part of what we need to do, is to have the conversations to figure out, how does today's org chart evolve into the org chart of the future? I have an idea of what it might be and why it might be, but I don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers, which makes it imperative that we have discussions about, why is the org chart the way it is today? there's some very good reasons as to why it's evolved the way it has. And with the new realities of the world, with AI here and quickly evolving at a rapid pace, the conversation we need to have is, what is the org chart we should be moving towards so that we can continue to produce value both individually and collectively and give all of us an opportunity to participate in these times that I believe are the next renaissance.